There was a time when I wanted to become a character in a book so badly. I imagined hanging out with witches, flying in a spaceship, or being a pirate. I wished to be everywhere, just not in this world. But the truth was that I actually wanted my daily life to have meaning so badly, and at the time, that only seemed possible for fictional characters. When I saw the sad and depressed faces of those around, just accepting their unhappiness as normality, it was hard to believe that what I craved for could ever exist in the real world. I felt the urge of a story inside of me that desperately wanted to be told, like flowers eagerly waiting to push through the earth. But in my environment, nobody seemed to tell the story of their own life anymore, so I felt lonely and lost. And the feeling tells me that some of you may be familiar with this, but what can connect us with what wants to push through if nothing seems to feel exactly right? Well, the moon told me a story. In our daily lives, distractions are everywhere. Loud, obnoxious, annoyingly omnipresent. They can be interesting, but just like fast food, they tend to thrill for a minute, but in the long term leave me utterly hungry and malnourished for real, raw experiences. And the more the mind gets drunk from the superficiality, the more the soul starves. Just like, after a time, fast food leaves your tongue unable to enjoy more than one type of flavor, all these distractions turn you numb to the many flavors of life. Depth is what connects us to our essence as a person, our roots as a human, and our origin as a soul. Because in that origin, there is the source of everything. And in the source of everything, the vast field of emotions, feelings, and experiences live. That which leads us away from our being, our origin, is rather loud and shrill, only knowing extremes. Instead of making you feel a variety of nuanced emotions, it just gives you fast food. A quick thrill, a cheap drama to be invested in and lose energy. But instead of just the shrill extremes of super light or super dark, in the depth, you access all the colors that exist in all the different shades, all the different moods, all the beauty of existence. But where can we find that depth in a world that is so shallow? Good news is, you probably already feel it yourself. You just need something on the outside to reflect this back to you. Think of a moonlit forest, how quiet everything becomes, how the silver light shines across the sky and you only hear the cracking of branches in the wind. In this moment, there might be something mysterious happening. That noise you just heard could come from an ancient power dancing in the woods. It could scare you, it could fascinate you, or it could simply be a fox quietly passing by. You could be stumbling upon this being, see how it stops, how it looks you in the eye for a moment. Bewildered, shocked to be disturbed by this uncanny creature in front of it. The raw moment of meeting with the wildness, so pure, so genuine, just being what it is. This is when your natural instincts start to kick in. One moment, so intense it could be felt as eternity, where there's just you and this other creature. And then the fox runs, his primal instincts telling him to, off into the protection of the leaves. You might never see this fox again, but be sure that everything you felt in this moment will stay with you for good. There is a reason why such encounters leave most humans amazed, enchanted and happy, because by experiencing this moment, they don't just meet another creature, they meet themselves in the other, and because of that, feel themselves and therefore life so much more intensely. These special moments that make you feel something will open up a door to your own story, back to the landscapes of your soul that you yet have to discover. Give yourself permission to be the special heroine of your own story in whichever way suits you the most. Follow the magic of the moon, discover the quiet, the mysterious, dare to dive into the unknown, whatever that looks like for you. There is no one size fits all, and only you decide what your unique adventure is. Life is waiting to see you in your most beautiful facets. Don't hesitate any longer. Listen to the secret of the moon and let your own story finally begin.